So this night, tonight when Miss Patty was talking, I saw angels, and it was like to the left, in the first row, all the way the chair the furthest away, there was a man kind of sitting like this, and he was like rocking a little bit, it looked like, and then sitting by her husband Dave, there was another man, and he was like sitting the same way, you know, with his head in his hands, and on the wall to the left there was, it looked like it was the biggest angel that I saw, and it took up the whole wall, and then there was the glow around her, and they all kind of had like a goldish tint to them, and some of them were like more bold in color than others, and also in the back left corner there was, it looked like a younger angel, like kind of smiling and like looking at her wings and stuff, and then there was to the right on the wall behind Miss Patty, there was another angel, and it was just a man standing there, and he had like the broad hair, and you could almost tell a skin color in him, and it was like he was very bold in gold color, and he was standing there, and like how you would see like strobe lights, it was like kind of like stuttering movements, and so he started out this way, and then he just like slowly like kind of went like this, and then he just ended up looking at us, and he was just watching us, and then there was the glow that was around Miss Patty had at some parts it kind of just resembled like kind of a halo-like thing above her head, and that was all, and it was very gold. And then there was another part where the gold kind of draped out to like a dress. It kind of looked like a dress, and then some it just stopped at the waist, and you just couldn't see any around her legs. And I kept trying to look around and see if it was on anybody else, and it wasn't. It was only on Miss Patty. And then so then on the podium, like the podium, I don't know, God, the podium, there was like another pretty broad, or not broad, bright gold figure, and it was leaning on the podium, and then when the two Daves got up there, I couldn't see it anymore, and when we bowed our heads to pray, like when Miss Patty was still up there, I saw him in my eyes, and then he just kind of looked up, and his wings grew, and he flew up, and then when I opened my eyes from the prayer, I couldn't see any of them anymore. And when the two Daves went up there, I couldn't see them on anybody. And what else? Oh yeah, and I noticed that I was keeping in mind all the figures that I was seeing, and I noticed that the one figure that was leaning on the podium, both Daves ended up leaning on the podium in the exact same position the angel was, and there was another one, I can't think of it.
You were talking about the way that every time the way that Patty would move her arms.
Okay, so think of somebody who is standing there, and like if you were to come up and hug them from behind, it was kind of a hug, but if they moved their arms, and you would kind of move their arms with them, but it was still a hug. That was also with the gold around her. It was also like arms hugging her, and when she would move, it would like kind of go with her arms, but it was still a hug. Yeah, I think that's